In October of 2018, the then president stopped at Freedom Hall in Johnson City as part of a midterm campaign rally. Law enforcement agencies, emergency teams, many other groups worked to ensure all proper protocol was in place for his visit. News Channel 11's Karen Jenkins caught up with the groups that helped provide security for that event in the wake of this weekend's incident. Karen?
Yeah, several local agencies were part of those security efforts when Trump was here back in 2018. And while local officers aren't willing to analyze what went right or wrong in Pennsylvania, they've got nothing but praise for the Secret Service's efforts while here as they worked with them to protect the then sitting President Trump. Efforts to protect President Trump in the Tri-Cities back in 2018 started well before Air Force One touched down and continued into the night. The coordinated effort with several agencies involved about 35 officers from the Sullivan County Sheriff's Department's SWAT team and Dignitary Protection Unit. That unit is headed up by Bobby Dooley.
Most of our personnel were responsible and assigned by the Secret Service to the property of the airport. Several of us did ride caravan with the motorcade.
Once the caravan was on the road, that's where more than a dozen Kingsport police worked on traffic control along the president's route. Captain Justin Quillen was working that day, and he says there's one threat that's always on an officer's radar.
We don't want anybody out in the open with a gun. I think that's probably the biggest concern. But if we see an immediate threat, what any law enforcement officer would consider as immediate threat, we've got a duty to take action.
Both Quillen and Dooley say the Secret Service's plan for protection and the communication between the agencies were flawless for the Johnson City Trump rally, but they also both remember it was a day of high emotions and stress.
It's very exciting because, I mean, the president's in town, right? But there's also the responsibility of making sure that that event goes as safely as possible and nobody gets hurt, everybody gets to go home.
Quillen says he was relieved when Trump's plane left the Tri-Cities and that all went well. He was saddened to hear that wasn't the case in Pennsylvania.
You hate to see that happen anywhere. I hate it for all those people involved.
That Dignitary Protection Unit that I mentioned in Sullivan County, it's unique. It's made up of 16 members who train often, and they're available when called to protect not just presidents, but local, state politicians, even judges when needed.